Hi, thank you for tuning in to our official YouTube channel. I'm one of the otter keepers here at Hirakawa Zoo located in Kagoshima, Japan. And in honor of World Otter Day, I'd like to introduce our otters here at the zoo and also talk a little bit about the threats they face in the wild and what we can do to save them. There is said to be 13 different species of otters in the world, but for this video, I'm going to focus on the Asian smallclawed otters, since this is the species we keep here at Hirakawa Zoo. We have 3 Asian smallclawed otters, our successful breeding pair, Yamato and Cherry, and their son, Tri. Yamato, the father, is currently 10 years old, and he is our biggest otter, and he is very strong. He loves eating his fish. Cherry, the mother, is 11 years old. She is sweet but a bit shy. Tri, who was born in September of 2019, has grown quite a bit in the last month or so. He used to be a little bit timid, but now he's gaining more confidence and he's becoming a pretty good swimmer, just like his parents. So the Asian smallclawed otter is one of the smallest species within the otters. And they actually get their name from having uniquely small claws, like so. Just like other otters, they are carnivorous and they eat fish, crustaceans, and sometimes small animals such as birds or lizards. They actually have to eat quite a bit, so roughly 30% of their body weight each day. So that's a lot. They use their whiskers and hands to feel where their prey is, and then they chow down their meal with their sharp teeth. The wild population is distributed throughout the Southeast Asian countries and parts of India. Unfortunately, their population is said to be declining, so they are listed as vulnerable under the IUCN Red List. Otters are very smart animals, so many zoo facilities do husbandry target training, which is a form of a daily checkup, and also it's a good form of enrichment, which we try to do to enrich their life in captivity. Since our otters here at Hirakawa Zoo have not formally been trained, it's been my personal goal to try to get them trained as soon as possible. Japan actually used to have their own river otter species called the Japanese river otter. It is said that they were nocturnal to avoid being around people, and like other otter species, they mostly fed on fish and crustaceans, and sometimes smaller animals, such as birds. Since the Meiji era, which was around the 1930s, they started to be hunted for their fur and for medicine, and their population declined rapidly. In 1965, they were listed as the natural monument due to their rarity and cultural significance to protect the species. However, the last known sighting here in Kagoshima was in 1967, and the last known sighting all over Japan was in 1979. So the once abundant Japanese river otter was declared extinct in 2012 by the Ministry of Environment. Since the Asian smallclawed otter is declining in the wild and we don't want them to have the same fate as the Japanese river otter, Japanese zoos have a program called the breeding loan, where we loan some of our animals to other zoos for breeding in order to keep the genetics healthy within captivity. In the U.S., zoos have a similar program called the Species Survival Plan, the SSP, as well. If we have a genetically healthy population in captivity, then we would be able to keep the species from going completely extinct. And if need be, we can hopefully release some in the wild to keep a healthy wild population going as well. The main threats the Asian small-clawed otter faces is not just habitat loss and the loss of prey, but also poaching. Recently here in Japan, there has been a demand for river otters as pets. From 2015 to 2017, 13 cases of illegal trading of otters has been found, and about 59 otters have been confiscated. Due to this sudden rise in poaching and having a significant impact on the wild population, in 2019, CITES, the Conservation of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, raised the listing of Asian small-clawed otter from Appendix 2 to Appendix 1, which means that they are under the highest level of protection. There has also been an increase in exotic animal cafes, where animals like the Asian small-clawed otters are kept. Otters may look adorable, but they are still a wild animal, and they require a lot of work and money. And most of the time, these animals are not well taken care of. On top of that, many innocent lives are lost through poaching. So what can we do to save them? Well, one thing you could do is to support good facilities and donate money or your time to either your local zoo or a credible conservation program. Another thing you could do is to try to get the word out there, because the more people that are aware, the chances of saving the Asian small-clawed otter and other species from going extinct increases. Finally, I would just like to thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. This really means a lot to us and for the future of these otters. So we appreciate it very much. Thank you.